What's up, everybody? Welcome to The Revival. My name is JJ, and these are my top 5 games of 2018. So I want to start off with a tiny bit of a disclaimer. There are a handful of games that came out last year that I did not have a chance to play. Just so many that came out, and plus I'm still trying to work through my backlog, as it is with collectors and just anybody who likes gaming in general. If you've got a long backlog, chances are they're not all going to be from the same year. I'm still working through NES games, so I'm bear with me because there's a couple that I like, games like Dragon Quest XI, God of War. I have not played a handful of these, so just want to put that out there first. That way, you know, if it's missing from the list, it may be because I haven't played it. Also, I want to toss out a few honorable mentions before I actually get into the top 5. Games like Monster Hunter World, Ni no Kuni 2, Forza Horizon 4, and Far Cry 5. All of those were fantastic, and I had so much fun with all of them, and they totally deserve on a spot on a list of, like, you know, top 10 or whatever. But these are just the 5 best games for me personally that I had the most fun with last year, 2018. So without any further ado, let's get into it. So coming in at number 5 is a Switch title. Actually, funny enough, all these are either Switch titles or PS4 titles. As I mentioned with the honorable mentions, there were games that I played on Xbox One, but they did not make my top 5. I spent so much time with these games, and it's so much fun with them. Yeah, it was a blast. But my number 5 is Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee. Might be a little bit of a surprise to be on a top 5 list. Granted, I haven't seen a lot of other people's, but for me, I absolutely had a blast with this game. I played the Pikachu version, I have the Eevee version, and I most likely will go to it at some point, because I had such a good time with this, and quite frankly, I'd love to play through it again. I love the new catching mechanics. I love being able to play the old school games with the updated graphics and the new mechanics and everything. It's just so great and so refreshing to see the direction that they're going with this series. I'm super, super excited for the new Pokemon title for Switch whenever it comes out, hopefully this year. But yeah, I had so much fun with this, and I got to play with a bunch of other people and trade online and just talk about, like, have you caught this one? And I need a shiny of this, and blah, blah, blah. It was just so much fun. So yeah, that's my number 5. Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee. Coming in at number 4 is the reason that this video is a little bit later than most other people's lists for 2018. It's because I wanted to make sure I played this game because it looked really cool, and I just finished it like maybe a week ago, and that is Spider-Man for PS4. I platinumed it, and I freaking loved every second. It is just, in my opinion, the perfect Spider-Man game. I loved swinging around just from building to building. They have fast travel, but honestly, like, I didn't want to use it because it was just so fun. It was so satisfying to just whoosh in between buildings and just swing from area to area. It was so great. There was so much side stuff to do. I just had a blast just being Spider-Man. The amount of customization and costumes and stuff, and abilities that you get, and it's just, there's so much there, and it's just such a wonderful game. And the fact that I had such great time with the PS2 version back in the day, this is like an amped up version of that. If you like that game, you will absolutely love this one, and I cannot recommend it enough. So that's definitely my number 4, Spider-Man for PS4. Coming in at number 3, and I gotta tell you, the top 3 games are really close with each other, because they're all so good. I adore this game, and I definitely want to go back and finish it. I finished all of the stories. Octopath Traveler is my number 3. I finished all the stories, but there's a little bit of endgame stuff afterwards that I would definitely like to go back to, because I love the combat, I love the old school style, I love the visuals in this game. Oh my god, it's so beautiful. The music is spectacular. It felt like playing an old school game with new school like graphics and mechanics. The battle system is just turn-based, but like modernized. It's just such a blast. If you love old school RPGs, Super Nintendo and that kind of stuff, and you have a Switch, you owe it to yourself definitely to check out Octopath Traveler. I hope and I'm assuming they're going to make more because this thing sold like crazy. So I'd love to see another one, and I cannot wait because this was an absolute pleasure to play. Coming in at number 2, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Could not leave that off the list. I don't know that I really did anything else when this game first came out. I played the crap out of it. I know people who are still playing the crap out of it. It's phenomenal. I will say I have not logged into it for a few days because I'm worried about that whole erasing your save file thing that I keep hearing about, and I just don't want it to happen to me because I have the worst luck in the world, and I would not be surprised if it did. But, God, I want to get back into it so bad. This game is so good. If you played Smash Brothers, you know what this game is. It's just Nintendo characters, and now like characters from everywhere, just beating the crap out of each other. The sheer number of characters that you can play as from different worlds, different systems, different companies, different franchises. It's mind-blowing how they fit all that into one game and made every single character so unique. And it's just awesome to play, and I absolutely love it. And I know this is going to be one that years from now I'm still going to be popping back into my Switch and just going a few rounds. It's a blast. If you've got friends, especially, have them over, have a Smash Day, because it's like, that sounds dirty, and I didn't mean it like that. Smash Brothers Day, video game, is what I meant. But yeah, seriously, it's awesome. Definitely, if you have a Switch, do not miss out on this game. I assume if you have a Switch, you probably already bought it, because this game sold like crazy too. So yeah, Smash Brothers, number 2. And my personal game of the year is one that I will say, when I first started it, I was A, a little overwhelmed, and B, it started off kind of slow. And that's Red Dead Redemption 2. I don't even know where to start. So, it goes by chapters. Once chapters 1 through 4 are kind of like, you're just doing missions and you're exploring, and it's gorgeous, beautiful, the music is fantastic. If you're an outdoorsy person, you're going to feel like you're there with this game because it is just, you can live as a freaking cowboy in the Old West. It's crazy. I absolutely love this game. When I hit chapter 4 to 5, that's when the story kicked in, and I pretty much just did story missions from then on because I was hooked. Made me tear up in a few places. It's tough to get through in a few places, and I don't mean that like gameplay-wise. I mean that as far as like getting through the story and seeing these scenes, like, oh my god, like emotionally, it's just such a wonderful experience, and it'll definitely give you the feels. And I cannot say enough good things about this game because it really just solidified how good Rockstar is at just putting together a wonderful world and really making you feel immersed in it. Grand Theft Auto games are great, don't get me wrong, but this one it's so different with the same style of gameplay, if that makes sense. This one really has its own personality, and I just cannot say enough good things about it. You owe it to yourself. If you have a PS4, get this game and play it. You don't have to, marathon it or anything like that. Take your time, by all means, because there's plenty to explore, there's plenty to see, there's plenty to do. Just pop it in for a little bit and just play around, just ride your horse through the countryside. It's awesome. It really is. So, my game of the year, for sure, Red Dead Redemption 2. So, there you have it, guys. My top 5 games of 2018. Like I said, I apologize for this coming out a little later, but I wanted to finish a couple more. Ni no Kuni 2 and Spider-Man. Both of them I really wanted to get done before the end of the year, but it took me a little bit longer, because especially Ni no Kuni 2, it's not a short game. Spider-Man I blazed through because I was having such a good time with it, but 2018 was awesome. There was a lot of great games that came out, and awesome from a gaming standpoint, and I just couldn't be happier with the selection we got. And then, man, there's so much cool stuff coming too, so I'm super excited to see what 2019 brings as well. It'll be interesting, like E3 this year without Sony there, but I hear they're working on PS5, and I hear the first-party developers are already starting to look into that, so I just can't wait. It's going to be awesome. Looking forward to Switch games, looking forward to PS4 games, looking forward to hearing about the PS5, looking forward to Xbox One games, looking forward to everything It's going to be cool. Guys, let me know what your top 5 games of 2018s are in the comments below. Give me a like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. You know the drill. And as always, keep on gaming.